Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome to the grand finale of Cat President, where our contender, the young go-getter who wants to shake things up, DJ Nibbles, has to take on in debate the fearsome form of Thunderpaw, and the mysteriously absent Vice President, who hasn't yet decided to run, but if she does, we're screwed. Let's see how the debate goes. Hello and welcome to the Sharp Claw debate live in New Clawshire. We have our top three candidates here. First is the winner of Meow's primary, Thunderpaw. I'm going to be president and you aren't going to like it. Next is the third place candidate, DJ Nibbles. I'm glad to be here so I can share my thoughts with everyone. Finally, we have an empty podium. Yay. What is the empty podium for? In case Fluffy McSnuggles decides to join the debate. She is, after all, the most popular candidate right now. Fluffy, Fluffy, Fluffy. The first question is for DJ Nibbles. We know that Fluffy McSnuggles is probably going to continue her wildly successful strategies that resulted in the Middle East peace agreement. What would you do to foster international cooperation? That's quite a question. First of all, I would... He doesn't know anything about foreign policy. Now me, on the other hand, I'm on first name basis with the president of Russia. Nice guy, has some weird ideas, but he's nice. But if he tries to cause problems with other countries, he'll be hearing directly from me. Excuse me, Thunderpaw, that was my question, thank you very much. Hey, that's not what I... And another thing, we need to secure our borders with an invisible fence. It's the cheapest, most humane way to make sure no one gets across without permission. If you cared about permission, you'd wait for permission to speak instead of interrupting all of the time. I'm interrupting. I'm the highest polling candidate here. You shouldn't even be here tonight, kid. Fluffy's podium. Your response? Taking the high road by staying out of the argument. I like your style. Fluffy, Fluffy, Fluffy. The rest of the debate went like that. Thunderpaw kept interrupting DJ Nibbles, and DJ Nibbles was getting frustrated. Maybe that was Thunderpaw's strategy. He wanted to goad DJ Nibbles into shouting or screaming or doing something foolish to make him look bad. About halfway through, they started taking audience questions. Now that we're halfway through, Fluffy McSnuggles, you are welcome to join us at any time. We are going to open it up to questions from the audience, because airing unscreened opinions from complete strangers is always a good idea. You, sir, yes, you with the shirt, please step forward. Yeah, this question is for, like, the cats. Do you like catnip? All cats like catnip. Really? Then have some now. The person threw a bag of catnip onto the stage. Thunderpaw's eyes bulged out. He started batting at the catnip and rolling around. I love it. DJ Nibbles stood frozen on stage. I immediately remembered his promise not to do something unexpected unless the other candidates were doing it first. But did that mean he would sniff the catnip? DJ Nibbles dived at the catnip and rubbed his face in it. Then he ran all around the stage in circles, screeching loudly. You fool! Don't you know you can't give catnip to kittens? Oops, sorry DJ Nibbles. Ha, look, he's drooling everywhere. We're going to take a commercial break and see if we can calm down the candidates. More! Chapter 9, in which we finally meet the fearsome Fluffy McSnuggles. Ow, my head. Does your head hurt? I'm not surprised, you went on a wild binge last night. I don't remember any of it. Was it that bad? You tried to convince me to get matching tattoos on our butts. Sounds like it was that bad. Thunderpaw was in pretty bad shape too. He kept trying to get the crowd at the debate to throw him around like a beach ball. I bet you're really mad at me, huh? No, I'm not mad at you at all. That was an irresponsible act by the audience member, and you didn't even go for it first. Thunderpaw did. Not really. I've learned to see your antics as endearing. After all, you're just a kitten. It's kind of cute. You're just being nice. I bet the voters don't think it's cute for a candidate to go all out on catnip. Well, you should take a look at the results yourself. I gave him a copy of the latest polling information from New Clawshire. As you'd expect, both DJ Nibbles and Thunderpaw took a hit from the debate, and their numbers were down. But Thunderpaw's numbers had gone down by almost 4 times as much as DJ Nibbles. I'm now polling ahead of Thunderpaw? Yes, you're the highest ranked candidate aside from Vice President Fluffy McSnuggles. This is amazing, but I don't understand. Why is it that Thunderpaw took a much larger dive than I did? Maybe because he's older, so he should know better. Or because he was the first one to start sniffing catnip. Does it matter? The point is, you're now set to win New Clawshire. If the Vice President stays out of the race, do you honestly think the Vice President will enter the race 2 days before the second primary? That's ridiculous. That's... Oh no. Did somebody say Vice President Fluffy McSnuggles? It's her. Hello, Donna Jean Nibbles. It's great to finally meet you. I'm Fluffy McSnuggles, but I'm betting you already knew that. My name isn't Donna Jean Nibbles. Well, it should be. I think everyone should have cool nicknames like Donna Jean. Wasn't that a song? Donna Jean, I love you so. Donna Jean, don't bop me on the nose. What can I do for you, Madam Vice President? So polite, you should be my chew toy. Ha ha ha! No, I came here to talk about the debate last night. Did you know I got over 50% of the vote and I wasn't even there? Ha ha! I am so good at this debating stuff. Anywho, I saw the way you and Thunderball were playing on stage with catnip instead of debating the issues, and while I think that is an excellent commentary on the state of modern politics, I have to say, it's a little disconcerting. I was just telling my campaign manager here that I will never behave like that again. Hi, I'm John. I'm the one who's not a cat. Charmed, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to ask you is why you didn't share the catnip with the crowd. Very rude of you. Humans sometimes have a reaction to catnip, you know. It's true. Why, one time, me and a German Rex were prowling around the city of Berlin looking for nip to use when these humans robbed the store, stole every last thing of catnip and my government ID. I wasn't able to get back into the White House for 3 weeks. Can you believe those security guards? We're sorry, ma'am, but we're not sure if you're the vice president or an impersonator from a late night TV show. Just because I got married on a late night TV show doesn't mean I am married to one, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. Neither do I half the time. We have that in common. I hate to be rude here, but then don't be rude. Sheesh, I know the rumours. Fluffy McSnuggles is secretly crazy. Fluffy McSnuggles says weird things. She can't be president because she doesn't know how to spell potato. Yep, mean rumours that have dogged my entire political career, if you'll pardon my expression. Do you know how I managed to rise above them? You apologise for your behaviour and made a sincere effort to improve? Ha 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 ha! Politics doesn't work like that, no. Whenever I said something stupid, which is surprisingly often since I don't have much of a filter, I got out of trouble with a distraction. Distraction? I'm best friends with about 20 celebrities in Clawleywood. They're always willing to distract the press for me. No one pays attention to what the vice president says when there's a huge Clawleywood scandal. Wait, you're saying celebrity scandals are made up to distract the public? Duh, why do you think the media focuses on celebrity gossip over international politics? It's not because one is more important than the other, I can tell you that. But that's dishonest. Not really. I don't tell the reporters what to focus on. I just give them a more interesting story to take their minds off of me. And that's what you've got to do here, DJ Nibbles. You need a different story. Something more interesting than a catnip binge. What do you suggest? A topic that's near and dear to my heart. Vice President. You need to select a vice presidential candidate. Someone that the media loves and will go gaga over. Someone like you. Oh, please. I'm sick and tired of being a VP. I just want to retire at this point. No, I was thinking of the one person who polls better than I do. You can't mean him. Hang on a minute, what? I know it's a little early in the race, but I couldn't wait any longer. I just had to share my vice presidential pick with all of you. Everyone, please welcome the empty podium. I am honoured to be your VP. And you honour us by joining the campaign. Isn't that right, Fluffy McSnuggles? Yes, I know a lot about good vice presidents. After all, I am one. And I would say you've chosen a real winner here. And may I applaud your bold effort. Very few people would want to work with one of their former debate rivals. That just goes to show that I am above petty politics. My main goal is to do what's best for this country. I pledge to do my best to make this campaign a success. Everyone loves Empty Podium. That was the turning point in the campaign. By teaming up the most popular debater in New Clawshire, as well as getting an endorsement from the Vice President herself, DJ Nibbles shot to the top of the standings. He won the primary with 67% of the vote. We won! We won! We're so far ahead, nobody can stop us now! I can't believe it. This campaign is going to be a success. You'll be picked as the sharp claw candidate in the general election for sure. I know! We should celebrate. What do you want to do? To be honest, you've already climbed into the ball pit, Nibbles. I think you're trying to lead me into a particular direction here. Throw a big party. Okay, private event, 2 of us. Totally. Yep. I was hoping to have a private event. Just the 2 of us together. no one else. Like a date? Something like that? Oh, I'm blushing. This is so embarrassing. Yes, I'd love to spend some more private time with you. I feel like we've spent so much time focused on the campaign, we've forgotten to focus on spending time with each other. Me too. You're more than just a candidate to me, DJ Nibbles. You're a friend. A good friend. A friend that I'd like to have benefits with. And you're my support. You've been there to help me through all the rough times this campaign has had. From Crusher and zombie voters to the Vice President and the empty podium. You've been there through it all. Thank you. You're welcome. Now, let's go get some food. Yeehaw! I smiled as DJ Nibbles rushed out into the play area, still as energetic as ever. He was such a cute kitten. Little did I know that our date would be interrupted with some terrible news. Chapter 10, in which the candidate makes an important decision. Isn't this place a little fancy for a first date? Is it? I just tried to pick a place that humans like. We can go somewhere else if you want. No, that's okay. The important thing isn't the environment, it's who I'm spending the night with. Aww, you're so sweet. But seriously though, if this is one of those fancy places that don't let me climb on the table and drink from a bowl, I'm out of here. Heh. Say, does it feel like we're kind of far away from everyone else? I think it's nice. They're trying to give us our privacy. Oh, is that it? I thought the waiter was just trying to make it easy to ignore us. Maybe he doesn't know who I am. I think everyone in the state knows who you are at this point. Why, I wouldn't be surprised if they advertise this in the future. Come to this restaurant. DJ Nibbles once ate here. I'm not that famous. No, but you are that wonderful. I'm so glad you offered such a great job to a strange girl like me. You're not strange. You're perfectly normal. But I was a stranger to you when you offered me the job. True, but I could tell that you were a good person. There's just something about you that says trustworthy. All it took was one look at you to know you were the right match for this campaign. And thanks to you, the campaign is a success. I can't take all the credit. Most voters don't even know who I am. The one the voters like is you. Yeah, but you make me look good. I think you make yourself look good. True, when I first started the campaign, I was a little worried that you were too young and inexperienced to get very far, but I soon learned that behind your youth is an enthusiastic and genuine heart. Oh shucks, you're just saying that. No, I'm not. I love your honesty and your enthusiasm. Most politicians are afraid to do anything different for fear it would hurt their poll numbers, but you're never afraid to jump into anything new. Yes, well, my critics say I need to learn how to hold back. You've been learning how to restrain yourself, slowly, and that's another reason why I think you're a great candidate. You keep getting better over time instead of standing still or falling flat. My poll numbers can attest to that, but really, you're the one who inspired me to learn about economics and all those things. I never would have studied that stuff if it wasn't for you. Really? You wouldn't have done that on your own? No, I thought economics was boring. I'd rather have said a bunch of stupid pointless stuff about economics than put the effort into learning more. But now, I think economics is, well, I still think it's boring, but I know more about it. You're so silly sometimes. I love it. And I love you too, cat. Did I mention that I really like your policies? We agree on almost everything. I'm surprised. When I started, I barely knew what a policy was. Yeah, to be honest, the reason I agree with most of his policies is probably because I invented most of his policies for him, really. I knew you had policies, even if you didn't. I was just lucky our political views are so compatible. That wouldn't be the case if I was working for a fancy furball. I don't think the fancy furball party is all that bad. They seem to really care about the country, just going about it in all the wrong ways. I'm sure they say the same thing about the Sharp Claws. But hey, that reminds me, have you heard of the fancy furballs for DJ Nibbles group? They're not very big, but you've won over some of the competition. That's great. I'm glad I've won them over, just like I've won you over. Hehe. Is this what first dates are like? Two of us trading compliments back and forth? I'm sure at some point we'll get food. Do you want pasta or... Hello? Oh, sorry, we haven't even started looking at the menu yet. Could you give us a few more minutes? I'm not a waiter. I'm Socks. Socks? Who's Socks? What does this mean? You know this cat? I'm the leader of the Sharp Claw Party. I help guide and oversee the rules that govern all Sharp Claws. And I'm the one who makes the final decision as to which cat will represent us in the general election. I thought the voters decide who makes it to the general election. We take the voters and the primary result into consideration, but in the end I'm the one who makes the final decision. If I wanted to, I could ignore everyone else and pick someone like Claw Clary as our frontrunner. You wouldn't. True, that would probably spell the end of my career, but there are other things for me to take into consideration. First of all, there are concerns in the party that DJ Nibbles isn't a good enough candidate. What are you talking about? I'm a great candidate. I just won New Clawshire by a landslide, and I'm on track to dominate in South Carolina. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just saying the party insiders get very mad if someone other than the party favourite gets picked. Some of them want me to change the nomination process in order to give you a disadvantage. But that's not fair. and it sounds like it's illegal. It's happened before. Remember 8 years ago when the losing candidate got 40% of the vote? She wasn't a loser, she just didn't impress the right cats. You, on the other hand, you impressed the vice president. That says a lot about you. So, you are going to pick me in the general election? Maybe, maybe not. Like you say, you've got the South Carolina primary in the bag. You'll win there no matter what. So instead of focusing on voters, you need to focus on the party insiders. Convince them you're a better pick than Thunderpaw. How? No more reckless behaviour, no more catnip, no more shouting during your speeches. That was only the one time. You need to be responsible, mature. Talk about serious topics like social security reform and tax code simplification. No more talking about surfing and computers. But those are boring topics. It's what the insiders care about, so that's what you need to discuss. Make a serious effort in that direction, win over a few of the party regulars, and you'll be on track to get the nomination. That's all I came to talk to you about. Good luck, DJ Nibbles. That was unexpected. The party leaders wanted to change the focus of your campaign. I don't believe it. I didn't get to the top by following their boring talking points. I got to the top by talking about real things, things that voters care about. I need to be relatable to the people, not the sharp claw fat cats. What are you saying? You're going to ignore his advice? Yes, I'm not going to change a thing about this campaign. That's the best strategy, right? Oh dear. I don't really like either of those options. Yeah, stick to your beliefs, potentially dangerous, or no, you need to sell out hard. That's a bit of a tough phrasing, but no, stick to the beliefs. If you've got a mandate from the public that can get you up to like 67%, then you've got to be fine. They can't pick anyone else. It's impossible. Yeah, stick to your beliefs. Don't let the party just boss you around. I won't. I'm going to win this campaign by being true to myself. Still, I'm sorry about that. I didn't intend to let politics ruin our first date. That's okay, Your first date? You two are dating? Socks, that's an amazing superpower you've got there. Socks? You didn't leave? Yes, John and I are on a date tonight. No, unacceptable. You can't date your campaign manager. The last time a candidate did that, it was bad. The party insiders will never approve of it. What are you saying? I'm saying if you want to be president, you cannot date John. It's out of the question. I gasped in horror. DJ Nibbles would have to choose between the presidency and me. I think that might have just been the end. Based on your responses throughout this game, you unlocked a good ending. Game, that's not how good endings work. You can't just show me a Christmas tree and say good ending. What good ending? Oh, it just let me know ahead of time what the good ending was going to be. Okay, so what is this good ending? What are you going to do, DJ Nibbles? I'll tell you what I will not do. I won't give in to bullying. What? You think you can step all over me and take over my campaign? No, this is my life, and I'll live it the way I want. Be careful. You'll hurt your chances of getting the nomination. I don't want the nomination if it means selling out to the establishment. If they don't approve of my relationship with John, and I don't see how that's any of their business to begin with, they can go climb a tree. I told you, there's been bad precedent with cats dating their campaign managers. If you two break up, she could sink your campaign. John wouldn't do that. She's too honest and trustworthy. Even if we had a failed relationship, she'd try her hardest to make the campaign a success. You believe in me that much? Yes, you've supported me this entire time, John. I know how wonderful you are. I'm not going to give you up for anything. And what about the things I mentioned earlier, shifting the focus of your campaign to tax reform and so on? He's not going to do it. He won't be bossed around by you. Yeah, I'm not going to switch horses in midstream. No one in the campaign has been successful so far. I mean, I'm not against talking about tax reform, but it shouldn't be the only thing I talk about. Huh. Are you sure you know what you're doing? Are you willing to stand up to me, even if it means losing your chance at the presidency? Yes, if you're going to go so far as to say who I can and cannot date, I see no reason to do what you say. In that case, you win! What? This isn't real! Those demands were just a test to make sure you were above bribery and political influencers. What? Really? Yes, it is our policy to secretly test all of the sharp claw frontrunners in order to avoid corruption and scandal. You just passed with flying colours. Oh, good, that's a relief. For a second there I thought you were serious. Ha! I should have known it doesn't matter who I date. On the contrary, I think who you date does matter. This woman seems like a very fine choice. Not many would stand up for you in front of the leader of the Sharp Claws after all. I like both of you. You have backbone and integrity. No wonder you've come this far in the election process so far. Socks shook our hand and left, apologising for temporarily worrying us. When he was gone, DJ Nibbles and I burst into giggles. Can you believe that? No, it's like a weird TV show or something. You're right, it's almost like he was pranking us. Still, I'm glad you passed the test. I'm just glad that I had you here with me the whole time. I probably wouldn't have passed that test without your help. You're being too modest. I'm sure you would have done fine on your own. I have no reason at all to doubt your integrity. And I have no reason to doubt your sincerity. So let's figure out what we're eating. We had a wonderful dinner together and it ended with a nice surprise. Socks had paid for the check. Oh, that wasn't what I was expecting. I guess he's not as bad of a cat as I originally thought. I know, I probably don't come across as the type of woman who kisses on the first date, but I admit it, DJ Nibbles and I kissed at the end of the night. It's not like it was our first kiss after all. We didn't go any further than kissing though, mainly because I don't know the biology behind human-cat relationships, and I don't want to know quite frankly. You shouldn't, I believe cats have like barbed penises. Generally doesn't sound very pleasant. I am literally counting the days until DJ Nibbles can get the surgery to turn him into a human. Only 4 months left. See, the law says a human can't be elected president, but there's no law against a cat becoming human after the election. Of course, that will prevent DJ Nibbles from running for re-election, but he says he doesn't care. He'd rather be with me as a human than spend 4 more years in the White House as a cat. DJ Nibbles got the nomination from Socks as expected. He went on to the general election where his overall numbers were surprisingly poor, but that didn't matter so much because he did extremely well in the battleground states where he got over 75% of the vote. So he won the election. Yes, DJ Nibbles is going to be the next president of the United States. I'm so proud of him. As for the other characters I've met on my journey, Lizzie and Rock Patriot were married within 4 months. I thought they were rushing things a little, but they seemed happy together. Vice President Fluffy McSnuggles left politics forever to pursue her dream of travelling the world and getting a ball of yarn from every country. She actually started the Fluffy McSnuggles International Yarn Museum to commemorate her adventures. Crusher was sentenced to house arrest for 4 years. He says he's perfectly fine with being a house cat, but I'm not so sure. The last time anyone saw him, he was clawing at the window shouting, "The zombies will kill us, the zombie voters will kill us all." As for Crusher's accomplice Chad, he quit his life of crime and became a hot dog vendor. He says it gives him great joy to see people eat food named after dogs, not cats. I think that's everyone, unless you want me to go into detail about the debate moderators. Let's just say they fell in love and lived happily ever after, because that's certainly what happened to me. What a journey! DJ Nibbles started as a clueless kitten and now he's a master politician. I'm so proud of him and I love him so much. And that is the end of Cat President, A More Perfect Union. I love when dating simulators are utterly insane, and this probably hasn't been quite Panzermädel's insane, because Panzermädel's literally made no sense. It didn't work. There was just stuff happening that didn't actually physically follow. But this is still pretty darn mad. This is probably the second maddest dating oh wait, hang on. Is it more mad than Fading Hearts? Fading Hearts had magic and monsters out of absolutely bloody nowhere. It's probably not even quite as mad as a Tofu Boyfriend because that had an apocalypse happening in the background that nobody talked about. Okay, this is the 4th maddest dating simulator I've ever played, behind Tofu Boyfriend, Fading Hearts and Panzermädels. But I love this sort of thing so very, very much. It's utterly, utterly beautiful. So that there is Cat President, A More Perfect Union, the good ending for DJ Nibbles. If you want to see the other endings, link in the description below to Cat President. There's the 5 other characters, and I'm guessing a few different endings for each one as well. So, if this is your sort of thing, link in the description below. It's utterly, utterly mental. I love this sort of thing. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more visual novels. I love particularly mental visual novels. I genuinely adore them. I think they have such charm and character and humour. I just absolutely love these things. And Cat President, A More Perfect Union is certainly a slightly mental visual novel. So maybe more of this sort of thing in the future, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Cat President, A More Perfect Union. Thank you very much, and goodbye. T-34 moves closer to you. Oh yeah, I'm going to get some with one of the finest tanks the Soviets ever produced. Owen, I wanted to ask you, do you think you... Oh no, who just showed... Oh, screw you, Sherman! Get out of here, you damn American! I want to make out with the Soviet tank!